Did anybody else think that Tyler Higbee was going to retire? I know I sure did. However, I am not disappointed that Big Rig Tyler Higgs is coming back to the Rams. Re-signed a 2-year deal worth $8 million. We'll wait for full details to come out about it. But yeah, Tyler Higbee, he's a veteran tight end presence, quietly been one of the best tight ends in football over the last decade, drafted by the Rams in 2016. And he is, taking a bit of a pay cut here. And I know he's battled some injuries the past number of seasons. So I can't help but think in this contract negotiation, the first thing that happened was, well, do you want to keep playing football? If the answer is yes, then we want to talk to you about what your role would be. That's me projecting, of what that conversation would be like, but I can't imagine that was how it went. And with this Rams tight end room that's been quite productive as of late, when obviously Terrence Ferguson drafted in the second round last year, Colby Parkinson did really well, Davis Allen had his highlights from this past season. There were definitely questions that Tyler Higbee, would he want to come back to this tight end room? And it looks like the answer is yes. And I think that's a good thing. I don't expect him to be necessarily the featured tight end, even though he is someone who can, make a fourth down conversion when you need it. He can be a good blocking tight end. He's quietly, as I mentioned, been one of the better tight ends in football for a number of years. And this is a win for the Rams. This absolutely is a win for the Rams. So we don't have all the contract details yet. We'll look for them. But if we do bring up here overthecap.com, this is his career earnings. He's had quite a great career with the Rams, right? And what I love about this, if he can retire a Ram, and he truly would be a Ram, from the moment he was drafted to when he retires. We're not going to see Tyler Higbee in some other hideous, like, I don't know, green uniform or something. If you know, you know. But if you look at it here, he was drafted obviously on his rookie contract. Pretty standard numbers there. But then he did get some big money in 2020. Yeah, it looks like in 2019 he signed an extension, and then he also signed another extension in 2023, and then he's just renegotiated an extension here in 2026. So love that for him. So excited for him and his family. Tyler Higbee's been a great locker room guy for his entire career. I I know there are some people that are going to be concerned. He's an aging player. Is he going to be able to take first team reps? I I think this is a move you sign, and because he is taking less money than he was making, this is a move that he makes to finish his career as a Ram, go chase a Super Bowl ring. Go help Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, Puka Nakua, and the rest of this offense in every way you can, right? He brings an accountability to the rest of the room and provides that mentorship that is very valuable to it. So I love this move. Let's check out some of the reactions here on the NFL Twitter post here. We got 54 comments. Let's see what are people saying here. All right, lots of people saying congrats, Big Rig. Yeah, 4 millions per year, not a bad deal for a tight end. Rams keeping a trusted target in the offense, solid move. Beast in the red zone. Rams win the Super Bowl. Love that. I'm just gonna like a bunch of these here. Rams lock in for 2 more years at 8 million continuity at the tight end secure. Yeah, and that really, like, you look at this Rams offense as a whole. There's so much continuity to it. So I love that. I love that. Solid move, smart move. Lots of people giving it. Not the flashiest signings, but Higbee is a glue for that offense. Consistency matters. Yeah, so all in all, a lot of people seem to be high on this for sure. Yeah, 4 million per year is cheap for a proven starter, smart value signing. Keep their offense together without breaking the bank. Yes, absolutely. Good move. And yeah, this is the day after the Rams just traded for Trent McDuffie, right? So loving the moves that the Rams are making. Yeah, love this by Kyle Johnson here. Best tight end in franchise history. Love this. Oh, I'd agree. I'd agree. And I want to bring up the Rams depth chart here just to kind of look at it. So they have Tyler Higbee still as a free agent. Obviously, this news just broke, so his name's in green, but that will clearly not be green for much longer. So, fall, you know, he had, like I mentioned, Davis Allen, Terrence Ferguson, Kobe Parkinson, all there, but we're still need to find out what happens at the backup quarterback position with Jimmy Garoppolo. We still need to know what happens with DJ Humphries and what are the Rams going to do at a back for a backup left tackle, and then Tutu Atwell. I don't expect Tutu Atwell to be back. I think last year was the final year for Tutu in a Rams uniform. You can feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. So really, like this offense is looking pretty full, right? I especially like for the starters. I'm looking at these names here: Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Jordan Whittington, all have their role in this Rams offense. You know, AJ Jackson, the Great North Wall, Steve Avila, Coleman Shelton, Kevin Dotson, Warren McClendon. I guess there's maybe a question mark there. Is he the Rams starting right tackle? I think he is. So that's something to note. We already talked about the tight end room. We know Matthew Stafford, give me the quarterback. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum make up one of the best running back rooms in football. So this Rams offense is ready to score some points. I can't wait to see it. I can only think maybe the Rams do something in the draft with a receiver to replace Tutu Atwell in some capacity. Yeah, that's all I can really think about in that regards. So if you have any thoughts on the Rams offense, any changes you'd like to see happen, I would love to hear it in the comments below. And obviously, the Rams defense is where I expect most of their draft capital to go, and whatever moves they make via free agents, just because they have so many players in their secondary that are still free agents. And of course, the question mark on every Rams fan mind: will Troy Reeder be back? Stay tuned, because I will definitely have a video about that as soon as we know. As soon as we know. Oh man! So anyway, Tyler Higbee, congrats! Glad you're back. Big rig, Tyler Hig. Can't wait to see you in SoFi and on the road with the Rams next year. I think you're going to be an important part of this team. Maybe there'll be other tight ends with better stats than him next season, but I can't help from a veteran leadership locker room perspective. Big Rig's one of the best in the business. So love that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching, especially if you're watching to the end of the video. That means a ton to me. Feel free to like and hype, all that good stuff. It helps creators like me do this sort of thing. And as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woo!